Hey guys, it's FPAwesome1, and today I'm sharing my opinion as to which 5 Legend of Zelda games are the easiest to complete. Just like in my top 5 hardest Legend of Zelda games video, the criteria for my list of easiest games is based on puzzles, enemies, and my own personal experiences with the games. If you disagree with anything in this video, feel free to tell me politely in the comments. With that said, I'll begin. The Minish Cap isn't the easiest game in the series, but it's definitely not the hardest. Even though enemies do a fair amount of damage compared to some of the more modern Zelda games, it's not a whole lot. Furthermore, its puzzles are also fairly easy. There were a few pretty good ones, like the puzzle in the Temple of Droplets where you have to slide the ice block to a specific spot, but overall there's nothing too challenging. In conclusion, Minish Cap isn't extremely easy and definitely has a few good challenges, but it didn't present me with anything too hard to get past either, and that's why it's number 5 on the list. I have a feeling a lot of you are going to strongly disagree with me on this one, but just hear me out. The Link Between Worlds definitely has some tough enemies, especially compared to games like Twilight Princess or Spirit Tracks. However, this is evened out by a less limited range of motion than earlier games, and all the offensive and defensive items you collect throughout your adventure. And getting these items can be extremely easy. Since they're available to you from near the beginning of the game, all you need to do is collect enough of the abundant rupees to buy them. Furthermore, its dungeons were so easy, with the exception of one or two. Some of the game's puzzles were definitely good, but I was able to solve most of them pretty quickly. I managed to beat and almost 100% this game, and in 1 week, the second fastest I've ever beat a Zelda game, and for a game with about 12 dungeons, that's saying something. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Link Between Worlds, and it's in my top 10 Zelda games, but I found it to be a very easy game, albeit with some very challenging moments. Even though I really like this game, I've only beat it once, so I admit I don't remember it very well. However, from what I can remember, it was pretty easy. Enemies don't do too much damage, and the puzzles are also fairly easy. Also, the game always lets you know what items you need by placing them on pedestals at or near where you need to use them. I did get stumped for a while, a few times when I played this game, but then again, that might be because I was only 13 years old when I played it. I don't think this will come as much of a shock to those of you who have played this game. I actually like Phantom Hourglass, but I have to admit, it seems like a game that was made for casuals. The enemies are really easy to defeat, most of them take little to no effort and don't do much damage. The weird thing, though, is that the puzzles are clever but easy. I'm not sure how that works, but that's how I feel about it. When I played through the game most recently, I found myself saying, wow, that was a pretty clever puzzle, several times, but then I realized that I solved it pretty quickly. And again, I'm not sure how that's possible, but I found Phantom Hourglass's puzzles clever but easy. That combined with the easiness of the enemies earns Phantom Hourglass the number 2 spot on this list. Now, I will say that the Temple of the Ocean King can be pretty hard if it's your first time playing Phantom Hourglass, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. There's one puzzle in the Temple of the Ocean King, however, that I found very difficult, and involves marking something on your map. If you've played this game, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but I won't spoil it for those of you who haven't. I bet many of you saw this coming. Four Swords Adventures is pretty easy, but it doesn't hold a candle to its predecessor. There's practically no challenge in this game. The enemies are easy to defeat and the puzzles aren't challenging to solve. Not only that, but the game only has 4 levels. Sure, this was only meant to be an add-on to the Link to the Past Game Boy remake, but that doesn't change the fact that it's a canon Zelda game, and a very, very easy one. The hardest thing in this game is probably avoiding getting thrown into lava by your friends. If a 3DS remake was factoring into this, it would be even easier since it has a single-player mode in which you don't have to coordinate with your friends. Four Swords is okay. It has an interesting concept and I don't hate it, but it definitely could have done with more challenge. Well, that concludes my top 5 easiest Legend of Zelda games video. I hope you enjoyed, and please share your opinions in the comments. Also, if you want to see my top 5 hardest Zelda games video, or any of my Zelda top 10s, links are in the description. See you next time.